Okay, the project I'm working on today is this little thing I got on Amazon. I had a thing to hold my phone because I like to listen to different things on YouTube and that while I'm working outside, and I broke it, dropped it and broke it. So I was looking on Amazon for something to hold my phone, and I found this. And it's very inexpensive, but it will hold my pencils as well. So I can put the things that I usually draw with just in here, and this part for my phone or my tablet. See, it's a little elephant. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it apart because you just push it together. These little, as you can see, these little slots. I'm going to decorate just the outer part of it with my gel prints. I've got a bunch of gel prints down here on tissue, and I'm going to decorate the elephant. And I'm going to pull the papers, and I'm just going to do it like a collage. Just pull them and rip them. And then I will come back. First, I got to take it back apart. As you see, he comes apart pretty easily. It's just 4 pieces. Well, not too easily. And I think I'm just going to decorate the outer edge of the elephant. So we're just going to start with that. And what I'll have to do, the reason I want to use tissue paper is you can see through. It'll be easier for me to cut out, because I'm just going to go over the whole thing with different colors of tissue paper and glue. First, I'm going to sand it. I'll do that right now. I'll just sand it lightly, just to make sure that just to give it a little tooth, to make sure my glue is going to hold real well. I'm going to use some pretty strong glue, so it's not going to be a problem, but this is just to make sure it's going to hold. Yeah, see, it just gives it a little bit of tooth. I'm going to make sure I mess up and do 2 outsides instead of 2 insides or something. So, anyway, I'm going to sand it, and then I'll come back to gluing down the tissue. Okay, so I have them all sanded, and these are the colors that I picked. Just blues and yellows and oranges, and I picked these sheets, and I'm just going to tear strips from them, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to line the elephants up like this so they kind of go together, and glue the strips across. We'll start in the middle. We'll do it like that. Now let me get my glue out. I think I'm going to use the Crafter's Pick Ultimate glue. No, you know what? I already have some plain Elmer's glue ready to go from my last collage a little while ago. So let's use that. And I don't have my glue brush out here because they're in the house, they were being cleaned, so we're going to use some Q-tips to spread my glue. Now let's do this down the middle. Now the reason I'm laying them out is I want them to kind of look maybe not the same on either side, but to have the same color patterns like in the same areas. And I'm just going down the middle with the glue. And those areas that are cut out, I'll go back with my razor knife and flip it over and cut them out. All right, line up the elephants, line up the paper. Swish it around a little so the glue gets everywhere. Now I got to check and make sure I got it everywhere. Probably didn't go out far enough on the side here, but and I'm going to overlap the paper, so just got to make sure the first one that's underneath is really well glued down. Make sure I got, oh, I didn't get the edges far enough. I was afraid of doing overkill with the glue, so I ended up doing underkill. And down the side here. Now I'm treating it as one big, yeah, that's good, all the way up to there. Treating it as one big piece. And then when I'm done, I'll cut them apart. But this way, they kind of match up. And I'm going to push it down really good with my fingers. Make sure that glue is everywhere. Let's do a strip of this. I go right to here. I like this one. Whoops. Alright, it's too thick on one side. Let's tear it down. Now I'm going to do this on the... I'm going to go right over the edge of the one I just did. Now this stuff is just, it's a heavy cardboard on top of some kind of fiber board, so you have to be careful when you're pushing it together. Alright, let's get that all glued up and then move it over. I think I like that. Make sure I get the right edge down, and then I'll worry about the... And I got a little gap. No, well, there is no gap there. I had an imaginary gap there. Now I'm going to get some glue. And where I didn't go far enough over here, because this is what's wider strip, I'm going to go back in. And then I'm going to push it down, make sure it's tight everywhere. Make sure it's gluing to one another. There are a few small white spots I can see now there, and I'll just go over that with another sheet, another strip of something else. And anyways, I'm going to do this all the way out till I've got it done, and then I will come out and show you what I got done. Okay, so this is the elephant pieced together. It's still wet, so I'm going to let it totally dry, and I will come back when I've got it totally dry, and I'm going to cut it apart with my X-Acto knife. I'll show you what I'm going to do, and then we'll put it together. I'm probably going to put a clear, maybe clear gel medium or something over it, or a varnish or something, but I want to put it all together and then do that, because I think the varnish will get into the little slots where you put it together, and that will help keep it together. So I'm going to do that. I might just take it outside and spray varnish the whole thing, but I'm going to do that when I'm done. But I'm not decorating the whole thing. I'm only decorating the outer layers where the elephants are. So I will be back when I'm ready to cut it apart. I've got it. The glue is dry, and I did a spray coat of clear acrylic over the top of it, and we're ready to cut it apart now. I'm going to flip it over. I don't know if I'm going to draw on it or not. I'll decide as I go along, but I'm going to take my little X-Acto knife and try cutting it apart the best I can. I didn't leave much space in between there to cut it apart, so I'm going to have to flip it up a little. Find where the bottom is and trim it. Right now I just want to cut it apart, cut the two of them apart. And I can use bits of paper to repair anything that maybe there'll be a white spot or something. I can just go in with bits of paper and repair anything like that. Bound to rip something. So I'm just going to cut the two elephants apart, the two sides apart. I don't know if I'm going to do any drawing on it. I was thinking I might put a little blanket on him or draw his ear back in, but I think I'm just going to cut his ear out, just cut him out, and that's going to be it. Basically, I'm just going around the edge, tight as I can to the edge. And I don't have my cutting mat on here, but I have a couple pieces of paper down there. So that should be okay. Seems pretty easy. I hate trimming in the curves like this, but it's not that hard. Do it a couple times usually. I'm always looking for fun projects like this to do with all that pretty paper that I've got. What a waste of pretty paper, because I do journaling, but I don't do as much as I used to. But I probably do more gel printing than I used to. So since I started gel printing for my journaling, it doesn't make much sense, but I do some collage. I don't do as much as I want to do. Got no excuse. All right, there's the general outline. And for this edge, where it's a little bit rickety, I just clean it up with a little sandpaper. See how quickly that cleans up? Let's see if I can find it. See that bump right there? Right there? Sandpaper cleans it up right quick. Just pulls it off and you get a nice... It's even better when you've got a block, but I've used up my sandpaper blocks. I got to get another one. Now I can go in here and cut out this ear, or I can draw an ear on, or... You don't have to cut out these things where the pegs go for the sides. See these things here? You don't really have to cut those out, and I'm not going to. But I am going to try cutting out the ear, which is going to be a little bit difficult because it's one big curve, but just follow along the edge. That little round spot's going to be touchy. Like I said, you can go fix it with sandpaper later. We'll put a little nick in his ear that's not going to show it's on the inside. It's coming out pretty good. And you can paint the edges if you don't like the white. I don't think I'm going to. I'm now wondering if these things come in different colors, because it would be nice if it was like a black one and you did some nice metallics on it. Oh, that would be pretty. But this is just a perfect thing to sit on my desk. See, I cut the ear out. Can you see that? And I'm probably going to want to cut the eye out too. So we'll do just that and then see if I like it. There, you can feel the edge, so put my blade in there and I can feel where the edge is. There we go. Now I'm going to do this on the other side. I don't think I'm going to do any drawing on him. I think I like him as he is. No, I don't think I will. I was going to say I might paint the edge, but I don't think I will paint the edge. I think I'll just finish sanding it and put it together, and I'll be right back to show you what it looks like. Okay, so I took a little sandpaper to the outer edge. I still don't know if I want to paint the outer edge. Kind of like the white, but fits together nicely. I put glue in the little slot holes, but I didn't cut them out so you can't see them on the outside anymore, which I like that much better. So now I have a cup holder phone holder and used up some pieces of my gel prints. Not a whole lot was used on this project, but it's nice to be able to use it up. And see how nice it looks with the stripes? Show it up close for you. That's one side. There's the other side. And I didn't press, so there is texture on it, which I love texture, so I'm not one of those that needs it all to lay perfectly flat. But look how nice that looks with just the stripes of your gel print. So I think I'm going to love using this on my desk. Thank you very much for viewing my video. There'll be a link to another video at the end. It's something else you can do with your gel prints. If you like, put a like. If you want to subscribe to see more, please subscribe so I can get my numbers up. And thank you very much. You have a lovely day.